G'day and welcome to Duckzorly Gaming and our Let's Play series on The Valley of the Old Farm, a map by Black Sheep Modding where we're using the Seasons mod. So, as promised, we've basically continued on pretty much straight up where we left off in the last episode, and that was in our corn harvest. So, in doing our first header run, we got caught up on a fence on the northwestern corner of the field, and my hired hand, which was this combine, decided to follow me into the fence as well. Didn't use his own brains and avoid it. So we had to go and rescue him. So now we've just done that, we've caught back up again. So we're going to set him up and we're going to open up his pipe as well. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to head back over here, grab the tractor and the trailer and come and offload them, and then we'll continue on. So we're doing these ones manually. We had a bit of success, if you could call that, yesterday or in the last episode earlier today, in driving manually, which we ended up having to do because the trees were in the way and I just couldn't drive straight anyway. So we went in cab and we're not doing too bad, and I'm thinking we might just continue on with that for these fields. So that's what we're doing. So we'll bring the little Massey Ferguson here with the two trailers over, and we'll offload, and then we'll continue on. So we're still in our second last day of autumn or fall, and coming into winter very soon. And as you can see, we have snow on the horizon on the 2nd and 6th day of winter. So we've definitely got some interesting weather coming, and we've got 4 cornfields to harvest before we get to winter. So we'll get them done quite easily. That won't be too much of an issue, but nonetheless, we're not taking our time in getting it done. We're going to make sure we get it done with time remaining if we can. Alright. So, pressing the brake won't make me accelerate up to unload. And there we go. Some natural gold. What I might do is just take a screenshot while we're here. And unloaded. While he unloads, we'll go and put the other pipe back in. Sorry, I was just seeing what that was that popped up, and it was just one of my own video alerts. That's alright. Okay, so we'll finish offloading this guy here, which is now done. So we'll turn off the tractor. Might as well leave him here. Pipe in, and away we go. Let's see if we can continue this relatively neat harvest. So yeah, so we're getting close to winter, and obviously it'll be nice to have a little bit of snow and see what this map looks like with the snow, especially considering even though you may not necessarily see it at the same time, I'm currently recording the 24-day seasons challenge, coming to the end of that one, and we've currently got snow on the ground from winter. So it'll be nice to see a couple of different maps and how they look in the winter conditions covered with snow. So we've just got to be a little bit more careful here for this corner, because I mean, now we've got a header, should be a fair bit easier, but a header row, just to make sure we don't do anything and miss anything, which we do anyway. You always tie that up on the way back through. So yeah, so now we're looking forward to seeing what winter looks like on the Valley of the Old Farm. So we might actually have a bit of a look around the farm or the local area when the snow does fall, and just take in the vistas and the view. Because as I said before, we won't be doing any forestry during winter. Our biogas work will be very limited because we haven't really sort of got much started yet. So we might end up sort of accelerating a bit through winter, and not actually having that much in the way of work other than sort of doing our maintenance for our sheep, and that'll take the whole of about 10 minutes if I'm taking my time. And yeah, so we need to sort of see what we're going to be doing. Now the other combine has fallen way behind for some reason. So I'll slow a bit and see if he catches up. Well, I suppose in a way we don't want to catch up too quick, because this is where we're going to possibly have a bit of a coming together. Like so. Come on. This is going to be messy again, isn't it? Alright, let's see what happens here. Yep, very messy. Alright, we'll go and collect him out of the fence. And that'd be my dog. Just hang on a second. Right, apologies for that. And dog parking at Shadows again. Anyway, we've extricated our hired hand from the fence, and now we're ready to go again. Alright. Let us go. So, after all that, we knew we were going to have that coming together, and we certainly did. Come on, Giants, give us some smarter AI. It's not really their AI, is it? It's just follow me. It's a mod. Not much you can do about it, I suppose. But it'd be nice to have some smarter AI that can actually do those sort of functions without always running into you, like perhaps even, I don't know, having a proximity break, where once they get to a certain proximity they just hold and wait to see what's going on before they move on. And just a couple of brain cells would be handy. Anyway, alright. So, as we continue on through here, it's going to take us a little bit of time to get this one harvested, but I think this will probably make us the most money going forward, so it'll be well worth our while. Now the other problem we're going to have is we've got to then get in and plough all our fields, all our wonderful new fields we bought, which in itself isn't so much of a problem, other than the fact that we've only got small ploughs and tractors, so it is going to take some time. But here's what it is. I'll be right. All right. So let's see if we can do it this time without stuffing it up. And this time we'll do a left-hand turn instead of a right-hand turn, so we're not cutting across in front of him, and that means he has to go out wide. So that should alleviate any possible conditions of collision. Maybe. So even though, again, it's going to be well down the track, Eustace Pharmer put out a bit of a teaser today. He's going to be doing a preview video series with his 2 daughters and his wife on Bullet Bill's upcoming map, Lone Oak. So that should be interesting to watch. Be nice to see him actually get in and do some farming, Eustace. He does all these lovely intros and does these wonderful in-depth videos, but you know, of late I haven't actually seen him do much farm work. I think he's forgotten how to do it. I think that's what the problem is. Is it, Eustace? You've forgotten how to actually drive? So hopefully we'll be seeing him in action a bit more often. Although it seems to take him about a month to do each video nowadays, because he does them. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with it. He does fantastic videos. They're just so in depth, and it takes him some time to do it. Plus, besides which, he keeps on going on holidays, which doesn't help. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, if you're not already a subscriber to Eustace, and I'm pretty sure everyone that's on my channel knows of Eustace and is subscribed to him, then please go over and check him out. His I've said it many times before, his roleplay videos and his videos are second to none. They really are. I mean, he's the man that got me into doing, well, not only playing Farming Simulator, but also doing the YouTubing. So yes, you can blame him. He is directly to blame, as we're full and we're going to wreck the rest of the corn. So yes, you can directly blame him, because it is him that caused it. But yeah, his production is just fantastic. It really is, and his storylines are great. I still remember quite fondly the one he did a while back now, where Duckzorly was this criminal that was local to his farm, and thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very, very good. Now that's not going to open up because he's not got an AI in there, obviously. This one should open up. Nope, it's not following me that way. So what we'll do is we'll turn, preferably without taking the corn out, and we'll have to open up the pipes. All right. So we're not that far off finishing this field, actually. We're pretty close. So next will be 70, so we'll just go down the road and do 70, so there won't be any need to reconfigure anything. In fact, we can probably just cut across the 71, field 71. I don't think there's any fences or anything through there, so that's probably just as good a path as any. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to empty this front combine fully either, so I'm going to have to go and offload. We'll see how much we get. No, we're only going to get about 40% off him, if that. That's okay, we can go and offload. So as I was saying in the previous episode, in some of the equipment we'll look at getting once we do make some money. Pardon me. I did mention about buying an AR truck and some modules, and about the fact that the AR tipper module is 30,000 litres. So as you can see, if I bought an AR module, a truck, a trailer module, another tipper, then I've got 60,000 litres. So I'm doubling the capacity of what I'm doing now, and the cost isn't all that great. It's actually quite competitive cost-wise to do those units. So that's certainly going to be one of the things we'll look at doing first off when we do get some funds. Like I said, we're going to do some very strategic and thought out upgrading, not just going and buying the biggest and bestest of whatever we can get. It has to be practical, and it has to provide us a benefit in the short, medium and long term. Alright, so now I'll unload our 30,000 litres of corn. And then we'll continue on with this field. Alright. I'll take a little shortcut again. We haven't got anything planted in here yet, so that's all good. So yeah, it's going to take us a bit of time to plough this field up. Well, I think we've got a culti plough, which is about 5 metres, so it won't be so bad, I suppose. Alright, so we'll put the pipes in, because otherwise we need to finish offloading, don't we? Silly me. Let's try that again. Trying to think too far ahead. Alright. Well. Alright, so we finished that. So now we'll continue on our way. Might turn the combine on though first. Alright, so probably only going to need effectively 1, maybe 2 laps of this to finish it off. A little bit quicker than what I thought it was going to do, actually. Once we finish harvesting this field, we'll call the episode there, and we'll probably commence the other one off camera, because otherwise it's probably going to bore the living daylights out of you if you're doing 3 or 4 episodes straight, doing the same harvesting of the same crop, and we certainly don't want to do that. So yeah, that's what we'll probably do. So I mean, as you can see, through this area we've only got this small channel left, so it's not going to take long to finish it off. I'm quite pleased with myself, actually, doing it in cab. I can honestly say it's the first time I've done an entire field in cab. So Yeah. Although I've done the entire grass fields and that with the Big A, the Massey Ferguson mower and windrower that we use on this map, but that's not quite the same thing, is it? Alright, I'm going to have to wait for him to catch up. No, we're not. We can cut across him there quite safely this time. As we do so. And again, turn lefty. So just this little section, this will be basically the last run up and down. But I probably don't even need to do the down run because he's going to pretty much get the rest of that, I think. But we'll have a look. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, it's always going to happen, wasn't it? Actually, now what we'll do, we'll just cheat. There you go. Alright. Yeah, I cut that little bit too fine, didn't I? Have we got any more left up here? I think we've got most of it. Maybe a little bit up here still. Certainly not much. Yeah, not even worth worrying about really. Okay, so we'll start signing off there, and the next time we come back we'll probably be pretty much at the end of harvesting field 70, and probably getting close to our transition to winter. So we'll see how we go. So anyway, thank you very much for joining us here at Duckzorly Gaming on the Valley of the Old Farm. A map that we are thoroughly enjoying, having a great time on actually. It's very hard to pull ourselves away from playing it, honestly. Yeah, so until the next time on the Valley of the Old Farm with Duckzorly Gaming, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, no matter where you are in the world, and look after your loved ones, and we shall see you again very, very soon back here on the Valley of the Old Farm. Thanks very much for watching. Later.